Hey, hello. We're going to talk about Wendy tonight. This what is going on is cray cray. I'm going to remind y'all that I did say this in some chats around these here YouTube streets. But what I want to do is I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to look into this and see what we see if we can figure out who's behind this energetically. So here we go. We're going to the card cam. Here we go. Let's pull some cards. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I swear I won't. I swear I won't. Oh, here we go here. All right. Okay. My friend here, AT2. Let's do. Okay. I have 3 different oracle decks here. I have what's called the Dark Mirror. I have the African Goddess Oracle deck. I brought out the Isis or Isis, as it should be said, Oracle deck, and I'm also using the Thelema tarot. Okay, I will tell you though what her management team is not to be trusted. There's somebody else in her camp. Remember what I highlighted for you guys: independent third parties. Who are you talking about? Who the hell you been talking to that said, Wendy's under undue pressure. Why? She wouldn't give you no money? Or she wouldn't spend her money the way you wanted? Or she wouldn't do what you wanted her to do? Okay. What energies does Wendy need to be aware of right now, please? What energies does Wendy need to be aware of right now, please? Her ex-husband, yep, no. Wow. If her ex had control over her money, I could see why nobody was going to misuse her money. That's very true. Now that's one thing. He was a jerk, and a cheater. Okay, we have obsession. We have obsession. I feel like Lori is obsessed. She did not want to be told, I want to do what I want to do with my money. Peaceful among thorns. I'm going to read that one. And let's get one more dark mirror, please. And today for tomorrow. Okay, guys. We know what this obsession is, right? Somebody's obsessed with something. Let's see what this is. Peaceful among thorns, 26. What else do you need to be aware of? Her greatest fears are coming true. You're exactly right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You can hardly read this stuff here. Coexistence of the material and spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. Going dark. We talk too much about spiritual stuff. Spiritual that, spiritual this. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age when everything seems reduced to a materialistic drive. But aren't we going to match the other side? Much to the other side. I have a money problem. Go spiritual. I have a health problem. Go spiritual. I have a love problem. Go spiritual. Think of true love and go spiritual. I want to have sex. Go spiritual. If we were truly able to solve problems like this, what is spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores. Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. Sometimes we are not ready to make it our center, therefore perfectly in line if not. Okay, what does this mean? Today for tomorrow. I'm gonna pull some other ones on this as well. Today for tomorrow. I want it some, I want it later and gently. It may seem like a trade off to sacrifice the present in order to secure a better future. Oh my goodness. That's what ants do. Or to sacrifice the future to get a better present. That's what cicadas do. Either choice has a bitter taste. Oh my good Lord today. I feel like what I'm hearing here is Wendy's going to have to make a choice. She's either going to have to completely walk away from this show, completely, and stop trying to fight it, or she may have to make some sacrifices today. Why is this peaceful among thorns? I feel like that's also like there's somebody in her camp that's pretending to be potentially a Leo with the strength card in her camp that's pretending to be on her side. She's going to have to make a decision, know whether or not. Okay, I got it. I got it. Ooh. And the Two of Cups. Okay, listen, guys. I got the strength, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups. What this is initially telling me is she is going to have to make the decision, or there's somebody in her camp. I'm going to go along with this first, that she's very close to, that she trusts implicitly, that she has felt like what has been, I mean, this person I think has been here for a while. She trusts them very much so. But they were in very quietly and outside of, like they moved funny in the background, and they made this decision to assist in all of this. They're upset, like the obsession card you can't see no more. They're obsessed with this situation. They're obsessed with control. They're obsessed with control. Why is the obsession card here? They're obsessed with control. She was getting, okay, 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, you guys can't see that. 9 of Pentacles on obsession. They felt she was trying to execute too much independence. They're afraid of her coming from underneath their control. I believe that her health may have been almost ready to take a better turn, wish fulfillment, and they grew impatient. They grew impatient. Temperance in reverse. They grew impatient, and they grew impatient in trying to make this change. It is somebody else's wish that she not continue on this. Listen, they wanted Wendy out of that show. Allegedly. They wanted Wendy out of that show. Period. And she was not going quietly. Today for tomorrow. This is okay, so this will come to some level of resolution, Knight of Wands, quickly. It's going to take, though, she's going to need to make more partnerships. And she's going to have to make a life decision choice, a life path choice. Does she still want in this business, in this realm, or is she going to get out before they get her? There's something that's going to be sacrificed. Now, this could also be a friendship. This could be a long-time friendship or some other long-time relationship. She's going to have to follow her intuition. High Priestess, King of Swords. This could be and she's got to cut this person out of her life. And I think it's more than one. Could be an Aquarian. She can make it happen. Magician, she can make it happen. All right, here we go. I'm telling you what I'm hearing beyond a shadow of a doubt. There are people in her management camp that are involved in this. There are people in her management camp that are involved in this. Mark my words. Hey, Christina, mark my words. It's going to come out. We thought potentially her ex-husband had something to do with it. But, now that he ain't getting no money, listen, Kelvin ain't going to stop his flow. Let me get an African goddess rising. Nope. You know what? We're going to take what does she need to know? What does Wendy need to know? Guys, I've never done this part. I do only do this particular spread I'm about to do for myself. I don't usually do it for other people. But we're gonna do a spread that's called the Wings of Isis, or it's actually pronounced Isis. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these cards, and we're gonna get to the gets. We're gonna get to the foundational of it all. Okay. She kept ignoring the signs because I think she was self-medicating. See, there's some truth to every story. I think she was self-medicating. I think we also have to understand, you all, that there has been issues. So, she has had some substance abuse issues in the past. She has gone to rehab. She has been in the sober house. However, when all that was going on, nobody took over her money. That's what people are saying. But she also had Kelvin there. And to Emerge's point, she had Kelvin there. Kelvin wasn't finna let them do that to her. But now she doesn't have Kelvin there. Now it's only her son, right? She wanted to act shocked, but she had enough of an inkling that he was faking the funk. Exactly. She wanted to live in that delusional space. Okay? She wanted to live in that delusional space. All right, guys. So like I said, I don't typically do this spread. I got to figure out how I can get this out here so y'all can see it. But we're going to do a spread that's called the Wings of Isis, or the Wings of Isis. Let me move my gavel because I'm not ready to. Okay, here we go. So y'all flow with me a little bit. Just flow with me. I usually, like I said, do this for myself. I don't typically do it for other people, but let's do it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm going to cut some of this out and put it up there, just the card reading portion as well. Okay, here we go. So in this case, I'm going to tell you what each of these cards stands for, each of these placements. What is the real issue for me right now on a spiritual level? So what is the real issue for Wendy on a spiritual level? And this is the card that we pulled. Stay true and be in your power. The real issue, this is Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. So basically what's happened here is she's not been walking in her power. Hey, Be Bent, whether it's food or medicine, I hope they're not giving her anything to keep her down. We'll look into that too. Okay, we'll look into that too. Stay true, right? Stay true and in your power. So right now, what's happened over the course of time here is, unfortunately, she's not been able to stay true and in her power. So if I was going to give her any advice, I would tell her, you are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. Now that other card makes sense. Hang on, I'm going to tie it all together. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being. Remember that other card I just pulled that I was like, what does this mean? Why is it saying spiritual this, spiritual that? I feel like potentially, allegedly, either herself or the people around her have been just poo-pooing spirituality, poo-pooing her spiritual health, poo-pooing how important it is for her to be in alignment, how important it is to be true to herself, how important it is for her to exercise her divinity within and be that wonderful human being. Like she had her divine feminine, right, aspect, like kicked in the you know what, kicked in the you know what, right, hit in the gut punched when her ex-husband got that girl pregnant and had a baby. And she came out and was like, "Yeah, I'm her. I'm her." That's a gut punch, man. So, and then her father recently passed. So that masculine side that was supporting, and then the feminine side on this side, it so she all out of whack. And no one ever really, even in the I would imagine, like, I'm just getting this energy that even in the spiritual, in the halfway houses and the sober houses and stuff, they never really got to her core. They never really got to her spirit. They never really got to her energetically, right? To help her. So she's been poo-pooing all that, but all that time, what's happened now is her intuition is off because she's not been sitting in her seat of power. That purple chair is her seat of power. That's how she felt it was, but her real seat of power is within. So that's the problem that she's facing right now. How can I best heal this in my day-to-day life? So Wendy, how you can best heal it? Scales of balance. Get yourself back in balance. Ancient tantra of the soul. Get yourself back into balance. Now, that scales of balance is also the justice system. So that also is beginning to tell me it's going to be a fight, but she will come out victorious, but she's going to have a battle on her hands here in the court system because that it doesn't look great. You are a tantrika, an initiate on the path of divine healing of the masculine and feminine. We just talked about that right here, y'all. The cards never lie. Okay. The two sacred polarities, shout out to AT2, that are universal to human experience. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you attain great power, presence, and healing effect in the world of the soul and in the human world of forms here on this earth. You are supported in further exploring this path now under the auspices of beloved Isis. So it is time for her this is the way she's going to heal it. She's got to come back into balance. So she's got to come into balance spiritually. She got to come into balance mentally. She got to come into balance with her health and her well-being. And I'm really not kidding when I say this. Like, I would totally, get somebody in your life that can speak to you on an energetic level, that can help you heal yourself from the inside out, that can finally help you heal those traumas, that can finally help you heal those wounds and transmute them so that they're not plaguing you. And you're not, because what now happened is, the one thing that you always said would never happen is they'd never be able to drain you of your money. They could never keep you from that. You felt like having all this money in the bank and having your name on the show and all this. This is a level of power that they could never touch you. You were out of balance, beloved, because that's not where your true power derives from. Okay, out of balance, out of balance. Card number 3, what will the gift or outcome of this be? What are you going to learn? What you going to learn, Miss Wendy? Life restored. Okay, that's beautiful. Priestess of the Phoenix, life restored. This is a scarab. And that is a very beautiful, wonderful sign to see in Kemetic or Egyptian spirituality. They loved it was a beautiful thing in the temples when you saw the scarabs, because you knew that life was being restored. Okay, you knew that it was a brighter day. That was considered a sign of blessing. So she'll win. It's going to take some time. She's going to win. Let's see, life restored. Bear with me one second. So, Wendy, spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. That's beautiful. Now, card number 4, what is the biggest challenge or opportunity for Wendy to get the best outcome? What's her biggest challenge that's keeping her from getting this outcome? Up, Temple of Carnelian, entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. Ooh, child. Let me tell you, this is going to be interesting. This is her biggest challenge facing her, what's keeping her from winning, from getting into this healing, right? From getting into this. You have such strength within you. It is time to trust in your boldness, Wendy, and courage. Taking risks that feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive. Child, if y'all don't send this to Wendy, embodied and more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. Wendy, get back to the truth of who you are. Stop letting these people tell you who you are, and stop going along to get along, and stop being the person they want you to be. You need to get back to you, whatever you is, Wendy. If you is back in that purple chair, then God bless it, be there. If you are not the one that meant to be back in that purple chair, maybe you want to do a podcast now, Wendy. Maybe you want to chill out, Wendy. Maybe you want to go to an island. Maybe you just want to, you know what I'm saying? Pack little Kevin up and we out, man. Let's go. I don't know what you want to do. Maybe you want to visit the motherland. I don't know what you want to do, but it's time for you to do it. It's time for you to honor the divine feminine within you. It is time for you to rise up and be that strong person you've always been, and not in a way that you always have been, but in a place of loving of self, in a place of where I don't need to apologize. And not saying that you don't. What I'm saying is this, is that in a place of the I am, rather than who is it that you expect from me to be. And some would say, oh, but isn't that what she's being? I don't think so. She has become a brand, a persona. This is who she, right? This is who her external self is. But who's Wendy really deep down inside? And who is it that you can truly trust? Because there are people around you that have been grinning and skinning in your face and then stabbed you in your back. Trust and believe they have. These interested third parties, if I don't find out, if we don't hear that, listen, they are from this production management team. It's somebody to do with the show, the syndication of the show, all of that. All of that. It's something to do with that group of people. These are the interested third parties. All right. Last one. What special guidance is there to help Wendy resolve this in the best way now? Talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. Talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of this material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth, too. Excuse me. Let me light another dragon's blood for her. We're going to light a dragon's blood for Wendy. Okay? We're going to light a dragon's blood for Wendy. We're going to pray for we're going to hold space for and pray for protection for Wendy. We're going to hold space and pray for a speedy release of her funds, a speedy recovery in her health, and a speedy recovery of her personal power. We don't need her to necessarily come back to that chair. It'd be nice, but that'd be real selfish of us, y'all. That's real selfish of us. How about Wendy just gets to do whatever it is Wendy wants to do? But the first things first, whoever's in your corner, and I'm just going to say to that camp, whoever honestly cares about her, and saying it to Wendy, I'm speaking to Wendy. Wendy, sit still and listen. Be still and listen. You'll begin to know who has been stabbing you in the back. It's going to be shown to you. It's going to be shown to you. It's probably going to hurt your feelings. Okay? It's going to hurt your feelings. But beloved, you needed to see it. You absolutely needed to see it. Oh, you can't see that there. Also, with the devil card, could be a Capricorn. But I would say, please be careful, those that are around Wendy. Be careful she does not slip into an addictive problem. We're going to need to, Eight of Cups, walk away from that energy and those people that are no longer serving you, Wendy, and walk towards what fills your cup. Stop carrying other people's burdens. So I feel like there's part of this is these people that are making money off of you. And that's the only way you're going to find peace. Stop carrying all this dead weight. Stop carrying all this dead weight. There are people that are using you, child. Get on out of here. Get them on out of here. You know what? I know people say it's God's way of humbling people. We make choices in our lives that then result in certain things happening. You allow certain energies into your life. You make choices that cause certain reactions. Is that God doing that, or did you do it? So, yes. Is this a wake-up call for her? Absolutely. I believe that the divine within her said, we can't go no further, and you're not going to see this until it's literally shown to you. And that's kind of the energy that we're in. We're in that energy right now as a whole, as a collective, of we're not going to believe some things until it literally slaps us in the face. And so Spirit's been showing us all that kind of stuff. So I like the podcast. Thank you. Yeah, I like the podcast idea. I think you'd make an amazing podcast host. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Amen and amen. So I'll download this, and then I'm gonna upload the tarot part probably. I might upload the other part too, but I'll upload it as 2 separate videos. So guys, thanks. I didn't think I was gonna be on here that long. Thank you so much. Also, guys, if you get a chance, in the description box below, there's a link. I'm having a 3-day free workshop. There's also a VIP option, but it's a workshop. If you're thinking about and been wanting to start your own spirit-based business, it is called Light Worker Liftoff. And 3 days, we're going to go through mindset, money mindset. We're going to go through how to create your social medias and how to not just create them, but what do you say on them? How do you determine who it is you serve and how you serve them, and all that kind of good stuff. And then on the 3rd day, we're going to be working. And we are going to be posting. We're going to create a social media calendar. And if you are a VIP, you'll get an extra hour with me every day. Plus, I don't know where my stuff is, but I have got all sorts of goodies that I'm putting in, like those clip-on ring lights, a microphone, a tapestry in the VIP box, some crystals to help you focus, some incense to help you focus. We're making a nice little kind of just a quick business in a box or social media kit in a box. So, and you get an extensive social media calendar template. So, guys, go on and sign up. It's the 18th through the 20th, a few hours each day. It's completely free unless you want the VIP option, which will get you the replays and also that swag box. All right, guys. All right. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I so very much appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow at lunchtime for the lunchtime energies. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste, guys.